okay.
Okay,
You have the items or need me to post it?
well, I got the agenda here
Okay.
and, let's see. I'm trying to see if I can get the agenda on my other screen over here, but I guess I'm not gonna be able to do that.
I can screen share it here if you want, so it's on the screen.
Oh, okay. Well, the agenda, first item on the agenda, I guess, is the election of officers, call to order, election of officers. Do we want to skip that and save that for the next meeting?
If you like, yeah, because
I'll make a
Well,
motion to skip that and
Lenny
save
will
it
be
for the
able to
next
continue.
meeting.
Yeah, let's make a motion. I make a motion to save that for the next meeting, please.
All right, then the other one is ZBA 2024-03, 495 Orchard Road. John Buck, owner, is requesting a variance of fence height in the front yard for a 6-foot high privacy fence along the front yard at the Chamberlain Highway and along the front yard at Orchard Road, where 3 feet of height is allowed in the R86 zone. Is there anybody represented for that particular application?
That's me, that's John Buck, the owner.
Okay. You want to sign in and
yeah,
provide an
Sign
overview
sheet right
of,
there.
yeah, here, I took the
Sign right
pen.
here on the end.
Then you give your whole spiel.
All right. You ready? Like I said, my name is John Buck. I moved to Berlin about a year ago now with my wife Amy. You know, this town seems to be a great place to live and raise a family. We've been very happy here so far. Amy and I were married in February, and we've been looking forward to starting a family, kids, pets, the whole 9 yards. We took our first step towards starting a family last week by adopting a 5-month-old puppy named Ruby. 495 Orchard Road has been a great place to live. However, there's one aspect of this property that keeps me up at night. As you're probably aware, the traffic on Chamberlain Highway can be very busy, and many people far exceed the speed limit on this road. According to the information provided by the Connecticut Crash Data Repository, there's been 74 collisions between mile markers 6 through 9, where my home is located in the past 3 years. I do have a couple copies
My God.
of that information as
Look
well.
at
Beyond that, on July 11th of 2023, I came home to find tire tracks, a missing patch of grass, and broken pieces of headlights and bumpers in my front yard. There was a note from a neighbor saying that the driver swerved to avoid hitting an animal, lost control, jumped the curb, and crashed into the lawn. A couple pictures of the front yard from that instance. In the past year, we've also witnessed several other collisions, one that resulted in a vehicle crashing into the bushes of my neighbor located at 1753 Chamberlain Highway. Another one between two cars, another collision between two cars in front of my other neighbor located at 1705 Chamberlain Highway. And 2 separate instances of street signs being knocked over at the intersection of Chamberlain and Orchard. A few other things to point out. My understanding, according to the previous owner, is that there was once a fence where I hope to build. This fence would be constructed behind a line of pine trees. The fence would start far enough away from the intersection where visibility would not be affected. At the end of the day, my hope is to be able to provide a safe and closed backyard for my family, so we can have some peace of mind. Thank you for your consideration. I have a couple copies of the signs posting.
Oh, okay.
Public hearing.
any discussion?
How far from the house on the orchard side are you planning on putting the fence
From the house.
from the street?
From the street,
Yeah, so like as we look at it,
Yeah, so it's off the back of the house, so it's behind, it starts at the.
So you're not doing anything in the front of
No,
the
not in the
house?
front, it starts at the back edge of the garage.
Okay, and then it goes to your property side to the right, and then all the way to the back,
Yeah.
crisscross, across all the way, and then connect to the side of the house
On the other side.
on
So
the other
it's
side. So
basically.
you're not doing anything on the front here of Orchard?
Correct.
Technically, because of that 75-foot setback, it's in the front yard, just because.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So you would be doing it
Yes,
on the other side of
Small
these
foot.
trees?
behind the house is what we're calling
Gotcha,
it.
okay.
This is the area along Chamberlain Highway, pretty much.
And I promise I'm a little better at mowing my grass than when these photos were taken.
Oh, these are older. Yeah, so,
Hey, kudos to you for even doing an application. Most people would have just done the fence because no one would have seen it.
One of my neighbors may have told me to do that, but I wanted to do it above board.
That's an interesting.
Well, from what I can see, I can't even see why, you're kind of like on a corner.
Yeah, he is on a corner. So guys, I actually used to own the house for a short amount of time. And I was gonna do the same fence and I didn't because I just ran out of time. But it's, I was gonna replace what was previous there, which was behind the trees on the left. And then straight to the back and to tie back into the old fence that had all fallen down. But that was maybe a couple years ago before him. So yeah, right there. And it basically went back to the house around where the chimney was. But then everything got overgrown with all the trees and stuff. So it's all clear and clean now, but there is if you guys go by, there is a kind of a straight line of the trees and the fence would need to go on the inside of that. They considered the backyard to also be a front yard because it's a corner lot, which is why he had to come in for this. Otherwise, he probably would not have.
I understand that. When I first heard the 6 feet where 3 feet is required, I got a little bit scared. I said, Jesus, we're gonna have a hell of a time trying to get this approved. But it doesn't look like it's gonna be an issue from my perspective because of the way the lot is set up and because of the way the fence is going in. It's not coming in the front yard on Orchard Road, so it's not gonna look like some kind of a Rube Goldberg affair. It's gonna.
No, it would tie in with what would be standard in my opinion, because the backyard is considered a front yard from what how it was explained to me previously.
Understood. Well, we had approved the on Kensington Road, we had approved the fence for a house, and the house wound up becoming a blight. And since then, the house has been torn down and the new house was put up, and they replaced the fence that was there with a 6-foot vinyl fence, but it was a corner lot, and there was a little bit of concern that as a matter of fact, one of the members of the zoning board of appeals decided to leave the ZBA because of the fact that we passed that thing. We approved it, and I kind of felt like, I said, gee, maybe we shouldn't be approving these 6-foot fences, but he was on a corner lot. It was a side yard, and he had 2 kids. Unfortunately, the house became a blight, and that was several years ago. But everything is fine now. I think what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. And then we also did that one for that little old lady too over near the pond, which ended up, because she was it was a similar thing. They were worried about the traffic with the kids and the dogs.
Right.
And they wanted to just have more of a yard for them to play with safely. So, but I have seen the accident. So for about 2 years when I had that house, a family friend was staying there. And I mean, there was a couple pretty serious accidents that ended up, in the front yard and stuff. So, because they used to leave their dog tied up in the front and it became an issue, which is how the fence conversation started with me initially. So that's all the history I know from my time with the house.
Mike and Christine, do you guys have any comments on that?
Nope,
Okay,
On the Zoom.
I'll make a motion to close the hearing on the application unless there was any other comments from staff or any other comments from the public. We usually ask for public comments on the application before we close it. Comments in favor, comments in opposition, but I'm not sure if anybody's there.
there's
I
not.
No,
We are
there's
not
no staff.
popular tonight. There's nobody here.
Okay,
Town council meeting, so.
all right, well, if not,
I second
I'll
that
make a motion to
motion.
close the hearing on the application.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's closed. Next application. Let's see,
Oh, it's the only one.
There's no,
The
there's
only
only.
one.
that's the only one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're not used to this, huh?
No, I'm sorry.
Come on
I got caught blindsided on this. I feel very bad of not showing up at the town hall because,
We're getting the job done either way.
well, I'm so surprised that this thing went to my spam folder. I'm really shocked about that, but
Yeah, we'll
anyway,
figure it out, because I imagine it went to other people's too. So I'm gonna have to ask the rest. I don't know. Who else
well,
did
Lenny
it?
never got an email.
Yeah, so him too, most likely.
That's, and he called me and I said, I guess there's no meeting. I said, I haven't heard anything, so I said, there's no meeting. Okay, as far as that goes, then we can go into old business and vote on the application that we've got. We've only got one application for 498 Orchard Road, was it?
495.
495, I'm sorry. Let me go back and reread that application again. Let me see where that is. There was the, okay. John Buck owner, ZBA 2024-03 is requesting a variance of fence height in the front yard for a 6-foot high privacy fence along the front yard at the Chamberlain Highway and along the front yard at Orchard Road when 3 feet of height is required, allowed in the R86 zone per Berlin zoning regulation 4B7. I'll make a motion to approve this application.
I'll second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, that's approved. Did we have all ayes?
Yep,
We did.
all four.
Okay. And then as far as the approval of minutes,
Yeah, we don't have Corey.
we
or
don't have
Lenny.
Whiteside, we don't have Tubbs,
Yeah.
and we don't have,
Can we do 3 on each, just for the sake of approving minutes?
pardon me?
Us for each right here.
Can you? I don't know.
I think we can.
Have you done it that way in
I
the
think
past?
for the approval of minutes, we can do,
As long as you have majority?
I
Okay.
think so.
Yeah, I believe as long as there's a quorum.
Or at least majority of people that were there for that meeting?
Well, we can certainly approve, the minutes from January. The only person that's not here is Whiteside,
Yeah,
so January minutes can be approved. without
January you
any,
can, yeah. So February, you only have 2. You don't have majority.
So can I get a motion to approve the January minutes?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve January 30th minutes.
Do I have a
I'll second it.
I have a
Hunter will
motion made and
second it.
seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The January minutes are approved and they put to bed. February minutes, February 27, 2024. I was not at that meeting. I was in, I believe I was in, Florida, I think, at that
Yes.
particular point in time. And I think, Lenny was here. He took over for the meeting and
Yep.
Mike, you're in there.
Yeah, he was, he ran the meeting.
So you've got 2 people pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think you can do it.
All right. We'll wait for next
So
time.
we'll probably have to wait to approve those minutes until,
Next
May.
meeting.
We'll do it in May.
Okay. All right, is there any other business, I'll make a motion to move the February 27th minutes approval to, the May meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, any commission business? Not that I'm aware of.
Nothing, yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll
Second.
second. Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay, thank you so much. I apologize for, this is the shortest meeting we've ever had, but I apologize for
No,
not
it's
being able to,
No one's
Not being able to
complaining about
show up.
that.
pardon me?
Nobody's
figure it
complaining
out,
about
Dave.
short meetings.
Well, I kind of ran through that one pretty quick. Okay, take care.
All right, thanks.